Hello guys, trust you're doing wonderful. Hope you had a productive day or your day is going wonderful. So here with you again is Bushe FS, your go-to Forex mentor and coach, ready to guide you in your financial decisions as again investing in the Forex market. Yeah. So today we'll be looking at a study of the financial market or a study of the global financial market. So it is important that you know that each of the financial systems you see is a subsection of this global financial market, right? Under this global financial market, we have different subsections like the money market, the capital market, the foreign exchange market, the crypto market, the commodities market. All of these they are under the global financial market. And what is financial market? We can liken the financial market as a market where we buy and sell financial products, a market where we buy and sell financial product. So let's use this manner for the purpose of this study today. So the financial market is a global system where individuals, so you can see now individuals, just in case you're an individual, institutions and governments what trade financial instruments such as currencies, stocks, commodities and bond. Mind you, currencies, what are currencies? Currencies is what we talk about the foreign exchange market. Stock is where we talk about the unit shares of particular company. Commodities, this is where we talk about agricultural agricultural products. Bonds, this is where we talk about government loans from okay loans by the central bank on behalf of government. Yeah, so we can see that individuals, institution and government they trade this financial market. They trade all of these instruments. All of these instruments they are called financial products. They are called financial securities. Most times we refer to them as asset classes. There are different asset classes, right? And what are assets? Assets are what generate money for us. So you can see all of these people, individuals, institutions, government, they trade this market. So you can see if you position yourself in this market, you might have good advantage just in case you have the right skill and the right, and the right thinking methodology, right? Yeah. So this market provides a platform for capital flow investment and economic stability. So it provides a platform for capital flow investments for people that want to invest. You can invest here. This is what we call the portfolio wealth income engine. And then it also helps for economic stability, right? Yeah. So a brief history of how the financial market has changed life. So I will not dwell on this because already but let me just tell you that yes, really it has been within time. So early forms of trading and exchange. We all remember the concept of trading the financial market in back those days when they do trade by barter. I have this, I give you this in exchange. I have this, I give you this in exchange. So that was how it started first. Why in 1602, in the 17th, in 1602, sorry, the Dutch East Indian Company created the world's first stock exchange in Amsterdam, allowing investors to buy and sell company shares. So this was first initiated by Amsterdam by the Dutch East Indian Company, where people were now able to buy shares and sell their company shares as well. So that was being done physically in this market. Evolving in the 17th, 18th century, commodities market emerged where goods like gold, silver, and agricultural products were traded. I know that people don't really like this section. When you hear all of this, you say, it's not relevant to me. Let's go to the part of, let's go to the part that is important. But don't worry, let me just rush through it. So during this time, you see, commodities market emerged where goods like gold, silver, and agricultural products were traded. So it was during this time. During the 19th century, what happened? The major financial institutions and stock market, like the New York Stock Exchange, were established, expanding global trade and investment. So if you have heard of US 100, US 30, those are the indices that measure the stock, some companies of the stock market. So when you're talking about the stock market, when we talk about Microsoft Word, Tesla, Amazon, all of those, they're under the New York stock market. So the rise of the forex market. So the forex market is a subsection under the global financial market, right? Yeah. And so the rise of the forex market evolved in the 1970s, where currencies were pegged to gold under the Bretton Woods system in 1971. The system was abandoned, allowing currencies to float freely, leading to the creation of the modern forex market. So this was how forex exchange came about, where these people pegged the value of their this thing to gold under this wood system. So creation of this so the forex market became the largest and most liquid financial market with trillions of dollars traded that is presently now. So why is it like that? Because we hear that the forex market is the most liquid market. Why? Because it has the most plenty participants. That is what we call volatility, or that is what we call liquidity, active trade execution transactions in the market. So this is because every country they do what we call trade, and most times when we talk about trade, we can see trade from import. Sorry guys, we can see trade from import and export. And when you're talking about importation and exportation, you're talking about trading in different currencies in different countries. That's why we come to talk of foreign exchange of currencies, right? And it's very important because for you to exchange currencies, you need to have a good knowledge of how those currencies work, right? And that is where the forex market is just the umbrella. Under the forex market, we have different participants. We have investors, we have speculators, we just have normal traders like the banks. We just do normal exchange rate. Speculators are people who we call the CFD traders. They just trade the contract for difference in the price. So CFD traders, they are not interested in buying any particular physical, physical currency, no, but they are just interested in trading the price difference. That's what we call CFD traders, contract for difference. All right, so during the digital age, the financial market evolution during the 1990s present, the rise of the internet led to online trading platforms like MT5, MT4, and TradingView, making financial market accessible to individuals, traders worldwide. So again, cryptocurrencies emerged during 2009, right? Bitcoin and blockchain technology introduced decentralized digital asset, revolutionizing finance. So if you look at this now, you see that this market has been evolving. What will even be coming up in the next 5 years? You can start now and start positioning yourself there. And that's why the talk of DeFi, how do they call these stuffs? So these are the financial market has been evolving, right? And you can see the participants, individuals, banks, institutions, they participate in this market. And now to CFD traders, the rise of internet with online trading like this platform, you can also trade. You can trade this financial market as well because it is accessible now to individual traders worldwide. Yeah. So how the financial market has changed life, number one, these are people participate in this market, and this how it has changed life. It helped them build wealth creation. Remember during our financial vaccination series, we talked about wealth creation and financial freedom. So what is wealth creation? We say wealth creation is how we transit from managing money, okay, from making money to managing money to multiplying money and creating the impact. And then we looked at the financial market, the capital market, as one of the vehicles for wealth creation, where we say that it is what we term the portfolio income that we use it in growing wealth, right? Yes. And now what do we say as financial freedom? We say financial freedom is the ability for you to afford anything you want at the desired amount you want at any time you want, and the ability for you to still retain the energy and the peace of mind. Right. So you can see that this market positions strategically in giving us this outcome, which outcome that is wealth creation and financial freedom, and which is invaluable, right? It is invaluable. And the second one is job creation and economic growth. Our banking system, they are operating under the financial market. And from there we have job opportunities and economic growth as well. So it's the financial market create employment opportunity for traders, analysts, brokers, and investment bankers. Businesses raise capital through stock market to expand operation and create more jobs. So you can see the financial market has helped in job creation and economic growth. Also empowering individuals like traders, forex traders, commodity traders, futures traders, crypto traders. Forex, the financial market has empowered them through online trading with with the time affordability, with the freedom, and with comfort to trade and also earn money. So this is part of what the financial market has done. And then number four is for what? Is for global connectivity and innovation. So the financial market connects people across the world, allowing investment in different economies. Advancement like automated AI trading, analysis, and decentralized finance, DeFi, decentralized finance, continue to shape financial opportunity, and it keep evolving and it keeps getting better. Yes, and there the last one is what we call okay, is what the last one is economic stability and crisis management. This is it. When we talk about economy, we are talking about currencies, because the currency reflect a particular country's economy. If the currencies is doing well, the economy will be doing well, and if the currencies are not doing well, the economy will not be doing well. So this financial market has helped to stabilize this economic crisis and management. So while financial market create wealth, it also play a great role in stability. That is, government and central bank use this market to control inflation and economic recession. Imagine maybe for export and importation, people come, and because the banking system is the financial system within a particular economy, the central bank, and all financial people that export and import, they need to carry one or two transactions with the bank. And so, if a country are just hinge on just importing, it can cause inflation, right? So it also help in stabilizing this. So now let's look at the different financial market. So we can call this financial instrument or asset class. So we look at the forex market, stock market, commodities, bond, derivatives, crypto. These are just some of them, right? These are just some of them. There's a whole lot other asset class. So we can call this asset class or security. So first, now we have the forex market. What is the forex market? It's the largest and most liquid market where currencies are traded in pairs. Just in the forex market, you trade currencies in pairs. Euro, the euro against the GBP, the euro against the the US dollar against the Swiss francs, the US dollar against the Japanese yen, like that. That's how you trade the forex market. While in the stock market, you trade the shares of a company by either buying and selling a company shares, right? And we spoke in the other video that if you buy a share, there are three ways you can earn: through bonus, through dividend, and through what the appreciation of that particular share or asset. Yeah. And then commodities market, this involves the trading of physical goods like gold, oil, and agricultural products. Yeah. And then bond market. The bond market, it focuses on debt security issued by governments and corporations. So bond is just the federal government collecting money from individuals in the hope of giving them a certificate of repayment, right? And the return of investment is not usually much, but it is something that to some extent, because all investment are risk to reward, but to some extent can be guaranteed. Yeah. And then we have the derivative market, includes what financial contracts like options. In the derivative market is options, futures that derive value from underlying assets. So there's what we call underlying asset. Underlying asset are asset already existing in their own class. Now, the value of this asset to some extent compare. Okay, like for example, now we have the futures. We have the S&P 500, which measures 500 companies of the US as one index, and also the US 30 measures 30 of those US company. The US 100 measures 100 of those company, and it just gives the overall strength and weakness of those assets, right? Yeah. And then we have the crypto market. So you can see this. The crypto market is where coins are being traded, the value of coins. Where you hear of Bitcoin, blockchain, Ethereum, Litecoin, Dogecoin, all of those are being traded in the crypto market. So guys, this is where we come to a close. So let me just recap. So these are the different subsections of financial market. The forex market is for currencies. This one is for debt and security. This one is for shares of a particular company. This one agricultural product and gold. This derivative market is where we trade the futures and derive okay, where we trade the options and futures which derive their value from underlying asset. So guys, In the next video, we'll be looking at the forex market as a subsection under the global financial market, and then we'll be looking how we can position ourselves to make money, and then we'll be looking at some other intricate details about the forex market. So guys, thank you very much. Before you leave this video, just do it to destroy the subscribe button, also destroy the like button, and leave me a warm well comment there. I'll be ready to see you with all your questions and with any other concerns. I remain Boshe FX, your forex mentor and guardian. Thank you very much. That's my time, guys. Thank you very much.